let's come check out what Brendo's is up to over here.
SAS on an N70.
Some large tyres you got there, bud.
Yep. 31. I think I'm 37s.
37s on this one. So GU Diff, 37s, Fox shocks. The little background story with this one is it came here because it had part of the kit installed, and you know, there's a lot of work in these things, I'm not gonna lie. So he just basically wanted us to finish it off. So unfortunately we did have to strip a lot of it down because it just wasn't really going to work. We had issues with the panhard rod coming right over here in the way of the diff, so we had to lob that off, get rid of that. We'll modify and change that. A few things here and there, and Brendo's finished welding the chassis bracing and stuff. But what we're doing right now is trying to get these big old 37s to fit in the arch. So we'll just cycle that wheel a little bit, Brendos, and we'll show them what we're dealing with. It's looking pretty good on the back side. Go down a bit. Let's have a look down. Yeah. So obviously we got our little washer bottle here, which is going to get in the way. Oh, what's this shock here? So yeah, we're obviously going to have to relocate the washer bottle. And look, it is a big tyre, so can't expect it to go too high up in there without cutting everything away. There you go. But it does get up in there. There's the shock towers. We've got them tacked in at the moment. We're trying to figure out the best spot to put those. Also, we've got to make sure that they're clear. Everything's looking pretty okay. Yeah, look at that.
Go down a bit more?
Yeah, I reckon so. Let me have a look everywhere else, make sure we're not. So the pumpkin's getting pretty close now. I don't know if we'd really want to go too much further, to be honest. We don't really want to run it that close. Also, we've got the engine and stuff to worry about, but from a quick eyeball, I'm pretty sure we have clearance down there anyways. That's going to be, I reckon that's going to be close to where we want to sit. And then we can get full lock that way. I think we might have to just give this guy a little tickle, but bringing it over here, look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that shock is going to sit probably, I reckon we'll mount him up here somewhere. We'll do a proper decent measurement, but we want to get as much droop out of it as we possibly can.
It's got to get pushed to the passenger as well.
Oh, does it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that pumpkin's only going to get close to the chassis rail.
No,
so
we'll get a little bit more out of it. We could push it this way.
Oh, which way does it need to go?
It's got to come this way.
No, it looks like the arms are sinking that way. Maybe we get a little ratchet strap to pretend to be a panhard. So yeah, we're getting there. Engine out. We like doing these with the engine out. Tons more room. And we kind of know where things are now, which is cool. So alright, I'll keep you posted. Things are starting to look pretty good now. We've got our shock in there. And we're just starting to, we got the steering box on as well actually, which is a big thing. Brendo's had to modify the shock tower so that the box would actually fit through, as you can see. So we had to do a bit of notching and stuff there. But it's starting to look pretty good clearance. And what we're working on now is getting the panhard set up. So we got our panhard in there. And basically you want this panhard rod to be parallel with the drag link, otherwise we're going to get some pretty good bump steer. So now we're just playing with heights to find out where we want our panhard in relation to the drag link. So we're getting the big 37 on there, and we're trying to find, you know, a happy ride height for where it's going to spend most of its life, and then that's how we're going to dictate where we put the panhard. Because Ideally, like I said, this panhard moves with the drag link in the same plane for all the time, like no matter how much bump or droop you're on. But that's how you ideally want it, but we can't do that because realistically it's just gonna get in the way of the steering box, because that mounting point would want to be somewhere around here if that was the case. So we're not going to be able to get that, which is normal. You can't have everything, so we're just going to get it as close as we can, and that is why we're having a play around with some heights. But I think that's roughly going to be ride height. I mean, that's pretty tall. Alright, so as you can see, we got a little bit of a panhard mount, which is just pretty rough at the moment. We're just going to see if we can locate and then we can cycle panhard within the suspension range. So show you what that looks like on the car. So it's pretty tight in here, as you can see.
Oh, got it in the hole.
Oh, you got it. So that's where the mount's going to live, really close to everything, but that's okay. We can deal with it. So now we can kind of tack that on, get a bolt on that, and we can go up and down and steer and check pitman arm clearances and all that sort of stuff. So sore eyes.
Oh. Sunburn.
Yeah, nice. See how she goes.
Touching the table.
What's that?
The 37's touching the table.
Oh, that's okay. It'll definitely clear. Yeah, it's got room. Yeah, cool. Very nice. Alright, let's go up and down. You funny guy. Oh, hang on. We got an extra panhard here. Righto. Just be gentle on a. Just go slow. Stop. Looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. %. I like it. I reckon we do the other side and then we'll go do some serious cycling. Look at that. So this is like kind of the first time we've had a good look at it. Wheels on, full droop. Could probably do with some longer shocks, but that can always be sourced later. But yeah, that's looking pretty cool. She's gonna be a big girl. 37s. He's got it all fully painted, looking all nice and clean, fresh. So this thing's going to get built up today and get all ready to go back in. We've got to we're waiting on a couple of things up in here, a little steering rose joint to hold that in place, and sway bar.
And weld the mounts into the chassis.
Yeah, and then once we can weld those sway bar mounts on, all this is getting painted, and then it's a full-on back together in a day situation, I think. So that's why he's getting all this ready now, because then the diff will go straight in and this thing's going to be rolling out of here in no time. I've disconnected the fan. Let's see Brendan's face now. It's about 45 billion degrees inside.
Yeah.
And
Asian sweatshop.
we finally got the gearbox on. So a bit of mucking around with custom spigot bearing bushes and all sorts of stuff to make this right-hand drop work. But I think we're finally there. So Brendo's is just bolting all that up for the last time, hopefully. And then he'll get this thing in. So all morning he's been prepping the engine bay and the diff ready for install. So we've got our steering components ready to go. Our box is all nut and bolted and tight as. Everything's looking pretty clean and fresh. You can see all here. Everything's painted. It looks beautiful. And the diff over here, looking brand new. Pretty much is brand new actually. So that's ready to go in. Really hoping to see some progress now in the next couple days. Shouldn't really take long to get engine and front diff and then all the suspension components back together. Going to really start looking like a solid axle swap in a sec, I reckon. What's shirt fire up to?
Putting back a Hilux. I'm all in pieces.
Engine's in, obviously. And we're just connecting them all up. Tail shafts in, I believe.
Yeah, rear tail shafts in.
Cross members in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just got to add a couple of gussets to that. And then that's in for good.
Then we'll slap the whole motor together, intercooler, fan, radiator, condenser, then we'll slip the front diff under it. Then we need to sort out the sway bar issue, then hopefully drive it off the hoist. So pretty close.
That's exciting. think Brendo's has gone for a start up here.
Yep.
This thing wasn't running when we got it, so we don't really know the condition of it, but we'll kick her in the guts, see what happens, I reckon. But everything looks happy. We've got some power steering fluid in there, and the new steering system's not leaking or anything by the looks of it. You can see our AN line there goes down, and then the feed comes back up just to here. So we've got the big box here, big GU box. A couple of banjo fittings and AN stuff there, so it's all pretty neat. So I think we're ready to get this axle underneath now. Happy days. We haven't got water in it either yet. And a couple of bits and pieces, but you know, that's a big check off the list. Surefire is making this thing look like an actual solid axle swap. We've got diff under there now, arms are in, just putting the steering damper on. We've got drag link, steering arm, or I should say panhard. Look at that. It's all coming together. Show you what's going on over here. Gearbox cross members in. Right hand drop. Actually, we've got to measure up our shaft now, don't we? And get the shaft made up. So we'll probably do that as soon as I stop recording on this camera. Get that, because we can, once we get the shock in and we can go full droop, we'll be able to get our 2 measurements. So other than that, it's looking spicy. I don't think you guys need me to tell you that the thing's coming along. We got wheels on. I think we were just checking clearances on Friday afternoon with a sway bar, I believe. The drop links. So we were just, we got the wheels on real quick to suss out, because we've got to put some drop links in here. It's kind of like the last piece of the puzzle that we haven't done, just because with 37s, we thought it was going to be real close to the mounting bracket for these tyres, and it is real close, but everything's looking like it's going to work out, so that's pretty cool. As you can see, we've got some brake lines that need to go together, and we've got all the parts to do that now. Brendo's going to whip up some tabs that go on the side here, and then these will plug in with like the little clip. Actually, do we have any of those clips?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So one of those clips will go in, and then just like a factory setup basically, and except they're fresh new lines that are braided, which is cool. And then so we got sway bar, we got the brakes, engine runs, we've got to put oil in the diff and the shaft in. What else?
Oh, we need to measure the shaft. Are we going to get it on custom?
Yeah, we might. This one's pretty clapped, so we're gonna test. Yeah, we're going to test fit that one, and we're going to decide whether we get a longer one. Probably get one with a long slip yoke or something like that anyways.
Yeah, that one was pretty sweet.
So,
just needs better plane.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the goal. I think that's it, but we got to tighten up pitman arm, we got to tighten up this.
Yeah.
We've got to do a bit of a nut and bolt actually, make sure everything's tight. The rear end is 100%, I believe.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
This crash got to fit the bull bar, then modify that, chop it so the 37s don't scrub, then fit a washer bottle.
Oh yeah, that's probably something I should get onto, the washer bottle.
Yeah.
And then we should have it driving off the hoist today.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to bleed clutch and bleed brakes. Alright, so Brendo's has got all the brake lines, clutch lines, everything's bled up. And he's just going to go in now. Oh, I might put you up on the hoist if you're going to run it through the gears. Otherwise we might go do some off-roading a bit early. So I'm going to chuck him up. Here you go. So yeah, he's going to run it through the gears, make sure that with the new gearbox and stuff, it's doing what it should do. Alright guys, as you can see, this thing is up on the forklift. The rear is letting us down a little bit at the moment, but you can see that the front's got plenty left in it. Making light work of those 37s. So up on the rear we've just got touching everything. So that's pretty much as far as it's going to go in terms of the rear, which is just all, it looks pretty much standard in the rear, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this front has got miles to go. So really happy with how it's turning out. Look at that. Very nice. That is 100% solid axle swapped. Finally. This one came out pretty cool actually. So we got 10-inch Fox shocks, coilovers. We have GU Patrol front diff, 4.3 gears, front and rear. We got a GU steering box with a drop pitman arm. And then we've just got pretty much all new drag link, panhard, track rod. That we use all the road safe stuff, which is really thick, strong, and upgraded from factory. We got custom braided brake lines. We even have a GQ sway bar with the disconnect pins. And these ones work really well. Those are our custom mounts for it. And what else am I missing? We got, did I say it was 10-inch, the 10-inch Fox shocks in it? You could definitely fit a bigger shock in this one. We did allow for that as well. So if you put, I reckon a 12 to 14 would be comfortable in there. So the 10 seems to be a little bit small. I reckon 12 would be on the money. But yeah. The rear did let us down a little bit because it's all just factory, so hopefully the customer wants to go ahead and do some rear stuff in the future, but it's so dialed up front and it's sitting real nice.